guys, I know it's been a minute since I last uploaded, but today we're gonna do a Sephora VIB sale haul video slash let's try some of the products on that I got. So let's just dive right into the video. All right guys, so I have my bag. This is like my second or third bag. I've just sort of compiled everything in here. So I'm just gonna start by, well, okay, first I wanted to just like start by getting ready and showing you sort of some of the products that I've been using lately. So and I'm so sorry if you can hear kids screaming in the background, but that is the state of the only time I can film. So starting off, I've recently switched over to using the Danusera D22 tonic. I don't use P50 anymore. I've been just using this and I really like it. So we are going to go in with that, and I've really been liking just how it feels so much more gentle on the skin than P50. Like P50 1970 can feel really, really harsh. Like it almost feels like scratchy on the skin, I've noticed. If anybody else has tried P50 1970 and, you know, kind of feels the same way, let me know in the comments, because I feel like I'm probably not the only one. But yeah, so I'm going to start out just with, and this, if you're not familiar with the product, it is very similar to what P50 does. It is an exfoliating toner, but it has a lot of, I think, more nourishing ingredients than P50 does. So it feels a lot more plush on the skin. It feels more hydrating. I think it has like birch sap or something in it. So it does sort of leave the skin feeling a little bit tacky. But, you know, it feels a lot more hydrated and everything. So I really like that. And I'm filming on my phone, so hopefully, I don't know, the lighting is probably terrible in here. Then I go in with my eye cream. This is the Chanel Le Lift. I've been using the La Mer, and then I used that up, and then I didn't want to repurchase the La Mer because I've just been using, I went through two jars of the La Mer, and then it just ended up being pretty pricey, so I wanted to save like a couple $100. Well, maybe not that much. I wanted to save a little bit more and go with the Chanel, and it's been great. I don't mind it at all. It has like a very lightweight, but also sort of like a, I keep wanting to say the word plush. It just has a really nice hydrating feel without feeling heavy, and it's not like a balm texture, kind of like, so the La Mer is called the Eye Balm Intense, right? Which I never really felt like it was a balm either, but that one definitely feels heavier and creamier than the La Lift. This one definitely has more of like a gel cream sort of texture, but it doesn't feel as light as a gel, so like it definitely feels moisturizing. So that's what I've been using for my eyes, and I know somebody is gonna say, can you get your hair out of your face? So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, so hair is out of my face. I should just get a hairband or something because that looks pretty weird. But okay, so after I do the D22 tonic, I go in with the treatment lotion from La Mer. I really like this. I've gone through 3, 4, I don't even know how many bottles of this now, but I just love how it feels so hydrating. And if you haven't tried it and you've been on the fence about it, I don't know, just try it. It's really good. Try to get it on a sale. It's like very watery, but it has some definite sort of like, I don't know, essence qualities to it. Like it's not just like a pure water, like for example SK2's. If you've ever tried theirs feels like straight up water. Treatment lotion definitely does not feel like straight up water. Love this stuff. And then I kind of let that sink in for a bit before I go in with the next step. So I'm going to let that sink in, and then we're going to get into what my final step is. So now that I've let the treatment lotion sink in, I'm going to go in with this new product. This is the Slurp Labs Preparation B5, and it's an emulsion. So there's like several different ways that you can use this, or two main ways that you can use this. Some people just use this all alone. So if they have like a very compromised barrier, then it's recommended that you just use this so that your skin can heal. But I've been using this as a moisturizer under my makeup, and I feel like this is such a good product under makeup. I'm like, I just don't want to stop using this under makeup. So yeah, preparation B5. So B5 is panthenol, I believe. So this product is really, really good for people that have compromised barriers, like, you know, they've used way too much retinols or tretinoin, or just like they've gone really heavy on the acids, or they've just, you know, they've just done stuff to their skin and now their barrier is compromised. This is specifically what this product is for. But for some reason, I don't know if it's the panthenol, the B5, or what, but it really grips my makeup well. So yeah, I've really been liking this. And so basically you just pump this a few times, and then there you go. You have your dropper. Better not drop this. And then you just, and it's like very watery. So if I, you know, try to show you guys, it will just slip right off my hand. But that's what it looks like. Very milky, and it feels super, super nourishing on the skin. Like, just incredibly nourishing. It feels very silky, very smooth, and it just very hydrating. And it really does a great job under makeup. I'm very impressed with that. And like I said, I'm filming with my phone this time, so you're probably going to see like every tiny little imperfection and pore on my skin. I think I have it on like the 4K setting, so hopefully it's better quality than my last videos. But yeah, if you haven't tried anything from Slurp Labs, it's a Korean company, and a lot of their products sell out really fast. So I wanted to buy the Decal, which is their exfoliating toner, because I had seen it on Instagram, like just on those sponsored ads, you know. And then one day Maya was like, "Oh, have you ever tried the Decal?" And I was like, "I have not, but I keep seeing it." She's like, "Oh my gosh, you need to try it." So it was out of stock at the time, so I put my name on the waiting list. And then when it came back in stock, I just purchased it immediately. Because it sells out right away. So if you're interested in something from Slurp Labs, I would, you know, try to get it right away. And then if not, you know, they do send you texts like pretty immediately as soon as the products come in. And then if you just go on the site right away, you'll be able to get it. So I don't know how popular Preparation B5 is yet, because this is, I think, their newest product. But the Decal toner, that one is really popular, and I do really like that. I use that at night. So yeah. This is what I use as my last step in the morning. Okay guys, so let's start going through some of the products that I picked up. So I have a bag here. Let's just start pulling things out. So, all right, first thing I pulled out was skincare. This is the Ulla Henriksen Dewtopia 25% Acid Flash Facial. I don't know. I was totally influenced to buy this. I saw so many people on like Instagram. Like, I honestly don't think this did much. I tried it one time. It's a really cool product though. Like, the look of it is really, really pretty. So it has like this, oh, you can't really tell, but when you look closely, it has like this blue sort of pearly shift to the product inside. And then when you put it on your skin just looks like it's like, you know, pearly, and it's really pretty. But it does have, you know, pretty good exfoliating ingredients in it. Let's see, it has, all right, let me look at the ingredients here. We've got 10% AHAs and 15% PHAs. This at-home flash facial resurfaces to brighten, reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores, and improve skin texture. This pro-quality acid mask is balanced with nourishing Scandinavian rowan berry extract and 20% calming aloe vera to reveal a dramatically more even, radiant complexion. So, you know, it's got some good acids in it. Aloe bar, it's okay, so it's got aloe leaf juice, gluconolactone, which is the PHA, glycolic acid. So it's got acids high up in the list, so it's, you know, definitely has some pretty decent acid power. But yeah, so I tried it out one time. I honestly didn't notice that much of a difference, but again, you guys, I use acids like every day. So if you're somebody that doesn't use acids every day like I do, then, you know, maybe you will notice a huge difference. But in trying it for the very first time, didn't notice that big of a difference. But anyways, we'll keep trying. Okay. Some of these things I've taken out of the box and I don't know what I did with the box. So, but I picked up another Hourglass Ambient Diffused Light powder. So that's what that looks like. Have I used this? No. So I haven't even touched this yet. Brand spanking new. I was planning on using this to set my under eyes, but I don't know. I'm really having a hard time using powder under my eyes lately. It's just nothing seems to look good. So I was hoping that using this would help, but we'll see. Okay, guys. So I picked up two base products. I don't have the other one with me. It's in the bathroom, and if I step outside, my 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old, is going to freak out. So I got the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in shade 2, which is a really good shade match for me. So if you use me as like a shade match, then Yummy Skin in shade 2 is really good. I also picked up this. I was talking to Maya about it, and she was thinking of getting this as well. This is the Givenchy Prisma Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation. I have this in shade 2N120. This just seemed like something I would like, and so I wanted to try it. It's got skincare, and it's also sort of like a glowy foundation. So we are going to try this today. Like I said, I also got the Yummy Skin, which I really like, but I've tried that one already. I got that at the very beginning of the sale. I tried it and I was like, ooh, this is really good. But then I just wanted to, I don't really have like a foundation in my correct shade right now. I've been using the Chanel No. 1 foundation, but the shade is a little bit too dark for me right now. So hopefully this is a good match right now, at least. So this is the bottle. This is not a new foundation, guys. This has been out for at least like a couple of years, so it's just new to me. Really, really nice packaging. Really good lid. So I also picked up the Danessa Myricks Yummy Face 1.0 brush. So I really, really want to try this as well. This is like a very nice sort of angled synthetic brush. So we're going to try these two together and see what they look like. All right, so pumping this out. All right, so that was one pump. Pretty runny, but not terribly runny. So here we go. One pump is not going to be enough for me, I can already tell you. Ooh, it has like a clean sort of scent to it. So this is going to be my very first try on of this. Shade match is pretty good. I like it. Okay, so there's one very, very light layer. I should have done like a 1/2, but you guys saw me apply it, so. Definitely glowy. I like that. Taking one more pump. I like this brush too. This is it built up. So this is 2 pumps of the product. And I really like it, you guys. It's very glowy, it's very dewy, but not overly so. And I don't really like a flat matte foundation, even though I am oily. I like a skin-like finish. This is a little bit on the dewier side, but not too dewy. I would say this is still pretty skin-like, actually. Like, this looks like moisturized skin under, you know, a foundation. So yeah, what do you guys think? I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a really good shade match too. All right, so again, you guys, I'm in shade 2N120. I know when I'm watching videos and I'm trying to get a shade match, I like it when other people say the shade match at the beginning and the end, because sometimes, I don't know, you don't want to have to like scroll all the way back if you forgot what the shade match is, or if you forgot what the shade is, but I'm going to have everything listed down below. So yeah, shade 2N120 is what I use in the Givenchy Prisma Libre. Okay, pulling out of my bag, we have the Huda Beauty color corrector. Now, I got put onto this by a YouTuber named, I think her handle's Simply Blair. I really love her videos. Like, she is just, well, she's gorgeous, first of all. Second of all, she's super relaxing to watch. So if you guys don't watch her, and you are like me and love watching YouTube videos just to like unwind, relax, watch some fun makeup videos, watch her channel. She's just got such a relaxing voice. So, yeah, the color corrector from Huda Beauty in Pink Pomelo. So, she was using this for a while. I think she currently has been using the Bobbi Brown corrector, but, yeah, she was really liking this. So I've tried this once. We'll see. I'm going to try it again today and see how it goes. So I know with this product you need very, very, very little. So I'm literally going to just do like one tiny little dot under each eye for now and see how that goes. So that's all I'm doing for that eye. This eye is actually my really bad eye, like in terms of the dark circles. This eye, not so much, but yeah, my right eye, for some reason, I can really see the darkness under there when I sort of like move my head around. Nothing seems to work for this eye. I don't know why. So I'm using like a Sigma Precision Tapered brush. This is a P86. And we're going to blend that in. And I really like to focus this just in the area where I have darkness. Like, I don't bring this all over my under eye area. And I keep it very, very precise where I want it. So there we go. I mean, you can see definitely it did help to cancel out the darkness I have there. And this brush is really great for precise application. I mean, it is the Precision Tapered. Okay. Okay, so there is 2 eyes done. With these bright lights, I can't tell how much darkness I really have. But yeah, I think it definitely helped to cancel out some of that darkness. And I let that set for a little bit because when I go in with my concealer, I don't want it to pull the color off my skin under there. So I'm going to leave that. And a repurchase from the sale is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. And this is in the shade Biscuit. I've almost finished the first one that I ever got of this. I really, really like this. It's just one of my favorite contour products. It's the only one I really use that's a cream. And I only use this in this section. I don't use this on my forehead because it will just become way too oily on me. It's very emollient. And so, yeah, I'm going to use my old one up first. I have that much left. So, and I'm just going to contour where I usually do. And that's all I do, you guys. That's why this product has lasted me as long as it has. I'm sure if you used it all over your face, obviously, you'd probably use it up faster, but... All right, so that is the contour stick. Moving on to concealer now. I have tried so many concealers in the last couple of months. I don't know what it is, but I'm just on this like weird concealer kick. But I picked up the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in shade N2. So I had heard so many people raving about this. Simply Blair, who I was just talking about, she was loving this concealer. And then Maya was like, oh, I tried the Natasha Denona concealer and I love it. I don't know if she still loves it, but I do. So I've been testing this out over the last couple of days, and I've really been liking it. I like the shade match, and I like the consistency. You know what it really reminds me of? And Maya was saying the same thing. I don't know if she still thinks so, but I still think that this reminds me of this Chanel Sublimage concealer. Now, I know that people are going to be like, what? There's no way, you know, but I mean, I just think they have a very similar finish. And so, yeah, and obviously I have that concealer too, so I can compare, but they just have a very similar finish. So this is what the applicator looks like on the Natasha Denona. So we're going to use this. I think my corrector has pretty much set down now. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of this on, just like that much. And I don't like my concealer to be too brightening under my eyes because I like more of like a natural look, and I don't like bake or anything. So, you know, I like it to be a little bit more natural looking. I also picked up this new brush from Rare Beauty. This is the concealer brush. It has like an interesting shake to it, so I don't know, it's kind of like a finger almost, so I really want to try this. I kind of like to let my concealer sit a little bit before I blend it out, just so that it becomes less liquidy, because this is a pretty liquidy concealer. Ooh, I like this brush. I love how it contours like perfectly in your like under eye area. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm just getting over being sick. You guys, I have been sick so many times this year, and I know like I shouldn't even be complaining because there's people that are actually like chronically sick, but I mean sick as in just virus after virus after virus. It's like once I get better, I get sick again. I hope it doesn't happen anymore, but I mean, this is like going on the 4th time I've been sick this year, and that's like another reason why I just have not been able to film, because I've just been sick so many times. Like I'll get better and then I'm like, oh, finally my voice, you know, is back to normal again, I can film, and then boom, I'm sick again. I've been sick. This is the 2nd time in 2 months that I've been sick. And then prior to that, I was sick earlier in the year. I had some stomach thing. And then prior to that, I had another flu. It was just like, I don't know. So anyways, that's it blended out. So let's go ahead. I really like this brush though. This is a great brush. I love how it just is perfectly contoured for this area. It makes it so easy to blend in. Now, I don't set my under eyes like I was saying in the beginning of the video. So, I mean, I need a concealer that is, I mean, okay, all concealers crease. There's no way around that. Like, they all crease. But there's, you know, there's it just depends how much it creases. Now, I tried the Dior Forever concealer earlier this year, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, and that one creases like really bad on me. So I don't know, people seem to love that one, but it creases really, really badly on me. I tried the House Labs, that one creased really badly on me. The only concealers that I've tried so far that don't crease really badly are my tried and true, the Sisley Phyto Cerns Eclat. That one by far creases the least out of all the concealers I've tried. And then the Chantecaille also, the one that in the twisty pen, that one hardly creases either. And then the Sublimage by Chanel, that one, I would say the Sublimage and this Natasha Denona one crease about the same. So not terrible, but not perfect. I would say the Sisley is near perfect in terms of it's just hardly creases at all. But yeah, so this is the Natasha Denona. I really, really like the finish of it and the shade too. Like, it's a really good shade for me. So really, really happy with that. I'm glad I listened to Blair and Maya because it's a great concealer. Okay, I really, really like this brush, you guys. Great brush. So moving on to bronzer, I didn't pick up any new bronzers. I have so many bronzers I need to go through. The one that I've been using lately is the Gucci. I have it in shade 01. I got the shade match from Lexi Zhang, who she's fairer than me, but we can sometimes I sometimes shade match to her in other products just because, you know, we have a similar, I would say she's more of like a cool undertone, cool to neutral undertone. I would say I'm more of like a neutral undertone. So I sort of shade match to her, and she loves this shade of bronzer. I wouldn't say the shade is like perfect or anything. Like it's on the cooler side, but it works for me. So I didn't even show you the shade. That's the shade. And yeah, I really like it. It has a scent, so if you're not into like fragranced products, maybe you won't like the scent, but it's not anything that lingers or anything. I don't smell it on my skin when it's on. So far, it's blending well on top of the foundation. And I don't go heavy on the bronzer or anything. I just sort of use it to like make my forehead not seem so big. But yeah, so that's the Gucci bronzer in 01. Okay, you guys, now for the fun part. I picked up so many new eyeshadows. It's insane. On the topic of eyeshadow though, I picked up a new NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base. I went through a couple of these. I've been using the Urban Decay, just the original one in the purple tube, and I like that one. That one's fine, but I really do like the NARS, so I picked up a new one of this. And then moving on to eyeshadow palettes, you guys. Okay, so for eyeshadow palettes, I picked up the Patrick Ta. This is the Major Dimension 3 matte eyeshadow palette, and I'm sure you guys have all seen this many times already. It's not like, it's new, but it's not like, you know, it just came out like yesterday. No, it's been around for, I don't know, maybe a month or two. But this is this palette, and it has like the cream shades here. So it has a cream brown and a cream black, and then you have the warmer tones on the top and then the cooler tones on the bottom. They're all matte shades. So I got that one. And then I also picked up the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, and this is what this one looks like. And I just, when I saw the nudes, I was like, no, I have to get that. It's just going to be a very versatile palette. You know, you've got so many different finishes, and you've got a good mix of mattes and shimmers. So yeah, I couldn't resist, you guys. And I saw the Xenon palette too, and I was like, oh, I need to get that. So these are the two palettes that I picked up. In terms of quads, you guys, I picked up the Couture Mini Clutch from YSL. This is in shade 100, or the name of it is Stora Dolls. And this is a sort of neutral, leaning cool palette. So you have like, you know, your browns, your sort of like skin tone, beige, lighter champagne-y kind of colors, and then you have like a topper shade. So I think I'm going to use this one today just because, like, as you can see, I've dipped into it, but I haven't really tried it, you know? So let me first just prime my eyelids, and then we'll get on to using the eyeshadow. So I'm going in with the NARS just to, and I know not a lot of people like to prime their eyelids, or they just use concealer, which is fine. I just feel like if I use concealer all over my eye, because the concealer has pigment in it, it can react with the pigments in the eyeshadow, and depending on the shade of concealer, it can sort of pull your eyeshadow more warm, or, you know, it just, I've noticed in the past that it can alter the shade of your eyeshadows. So I like to use a primer because, you know, I'm not going to hopefully get any weird, you know, situations happening with the eyeshadow. Now I do have a tiny bit of concealer on in the inner corners, but very little. I don't pack it on in there. So that is the NARS eyeshadow base. And then I think what I'm going to do is I am going to start putting this shade right here all over the eyelid. I'm going to go in with a Rephr 01 brush, and I'm just going to take this shade right here, and that's going to go all over. Tap that off a little bit. So this palette, you guys, is pretty neutral, I would say, leaning cool. They have another palette that they came out with, I think, 4 palettes recently. They have one that I think it's called Casbah Spices or something to that effect. It's the more warmer one, which I was thinking of getting, but guys, I have just bought so much eyeshadow lately that I need to just cool it with the eyeshadow. Like, I have so many eyeshadows. I have the 2 palettes that I just showed you, which, I mean, obviously one of them is a matte palette, but I feel like that one I'm going to get quite a bit of use out of. I mean, you can use that Patrick Ta palette for basically any look. It's got your basic shades, your foundational shades. So, and then this palette I feel like is great for all occasions as well because of how neutral it is. You could use this for work, you could really use this anytime. And so that was sort of the appeal when I was picking this palette up. So that is this shade all over the eyelids. So do you see the creasing happening? I need to fix that. Okay, fix the creasing. So I'm just buffing this into the crease, and I'm actually going to take that under the eye as well. I'm going to take that on a Rephr 26 brush. These shadows are very, very silky. They're very smooth, very silky. They feel like they're definitely powdery. There's some definite kick up in the pan, but they just feel so smooth. They glide on very easily. I don't feel like I'm tugging at my skin or anything. And they just, I don't know. I really like the formula on these, at least this palette. I can't say anything for the other palettes, but this palette, I really enjoy the formula on. They just feel very creamy and silky. Okay, so I'm now going to take the little bit of the darker brown, cap that off. That's gonna go in the inner corner. I mean, that's gonna go in the outer corner. Deepen it up. I mean, you could just use that one shade that I just put on, like, and be done. Like, that could be your one and done shade. You do not need to go in and deepen it up. But if you wanted to, you know, you could. And I want to sort of show all the colors in this video so you guys can see what they look like. Now, I know I'm uploading this after the sale, and I did that intentionally. Well, one, because I was sick. Two, because I'm not trying to like influence you guys to like buy stuff unnecessarily. But I do just want to make videos for you guys because I love watching YouTube. Like, it's one of the things I love to do. I love watching YouTube videos on makeup. I learn a lot from YouTube. And so, like, I need to give back, you know? Like, I need to give back to the community. And so this is sort of my way of giving back to the makeup community. I mean, my videos are not anything special. It's literally, I'm just a normal person who wants to share what I've bought so that I could contribute to the content. And honestly, there's just not enough content. Like, everyone can make their own videos. You do not need anything special. Like I said, I'm filming on my phone today because I just did not want to get the camera out. It's currently, the batteries are both dead, and I just wanted to get something out there. Like I said, you know, I gotta contribute back to the community. I love watching you guys who make videos, and so I want to, you know, do my part. I watch YouTube to relax. Like, at the end of the day, when I'm done with work and the kids are done with their baths and everything, and I have like 15, 20, 30 minutes to just unwind, I'm most likely watching a YouTube video. And that's how I relax sometimes, you know? And so I need to do that for you guys. So I'm just taking a clean, what is this? An Esum G34, and cleaning the edges around the darker shade. So that is the darker shade. And again, I really apologize for all the noise in the background today. I just could not get I couldn't get the kids out of the house. I just couldn't, so. Okay, so that is the darker shade. I think I'm done with that, at least on the top. I'm gonna take it a little bit on the bottom as well, at least just on the outer corner. I'm gonna go in with a smaller little brush, but I've had this for, you guys, I've had this brush for probably more than 20 years. I'm not even exaggerating at all. I don't even know where it came from. Like, I have no idea. It has no writing on it at all. But it's a really great brush. Picks up product very well. I'm just putting it on like the outer third. And I'm even going to use this to line the top lash line. So like I was just saying, I'm going to line the top lash line with this darker shade. But you know what? First, I think I want to go in with the lighter shade. So I'm going to go in with an Esum W21 brush. I'm taking this lightest shade right here, and I'm going to go on the inner corner with that. This shade is surprisingly sparkly. So I've noticed that if I'm not careful, I do get fallout with this light shade, and it's sparkly, so you're gonna get like, I don't know if you can see that, but you're gonna get little flakes of some shadow falling down. So just be wary of that. At least it's not like a dark shade, you know. There's nothing like getting your makeup done and then having like a dark eyeshadow, like a ton of dark fallout all over your under eyes. It's like, okay, well, was not expecting to have to clean that up. Okay, so that's the lighter shade. Not the topper shade, just the lighter shade. And then I'm gonna throw the topper on as well. So this topper shade is very, very sparkly, as you can see. So I'm just gonna dip my finger into it. So soft. There's a swatch on that. Just gonna add some sparkle. It's not incredibly sparkly like some of the Natasha Denona toppers, but it definitely does add some high shine. So there's that. All right, so now I'm going to take the dark brown shade and I'm going to line my upper lash line with it. And I'm only lining the outer third. I am not bringing this all the way in. All right. So eyeshadow is done. So again, that was Stora Dolls from YSL. And then you guys, I didn't get any new mascaras, so I'm just going to use what I always use, and they unfortunately don't sell that at Sephora. And that is the Sisley So Curl. Just one of the best, I think. I can't find anything better. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I'm almost out of my Sisley too. I need to repurchase it. It keeps them very nice and light and fluffy, but curled, which I like. Okay, so that's one coat of the So Curl. Okay, so mascara done. And I'm using that in the black shade. I think it comes in brown and then maybe a blue, I'm not sure. Okay, you guys, so for blush, now I picked up a couple of blushes during the sale. I picked up the Valentino blush. This one is in shade 3. This is, I think it's called Rosa Emozione or something like that. I have used this a couple of times, and it's a really interesting shade. It's like, it's a pink, but then it has like a slight almost purpley undertone to it. So it's kind of an interesting shade. I definitely don't have anything like this in my collection, or I didn't. And then I also picked up, so I like I said, I did a few hauls. So this was from my first haul. This was from my last haul. So I still have the packaging. This is the Gucci blush in Rosy Beige 05. I haven't tried this yet, so I really, really want to try it today. And this, I love the packaging. Look at how cute it is. It's got little stars. So this one is, okay, so I missed out, you guys, on the Chanel, the 2 Chanel blushes they came out with for the fall collection. And it was like a more sort of orangey, corally color. And then there was like a deep sort of plummy, almost purplish toned one. I'll put a picture if I can find it. But so I missed out on that purplish one, and Maya was like, oh my gosh, it's just one of the best shades. And so this one is one that I thought might mimic that, the undertone at least, or the effect of that Chanel one. So I don't know. I'm hoping it will. I'll swatch both of these for you guys. Okay, so that is that shade number 5 in the Gucci, and then so those are the 2 shades. I really, really want to try that new Gucci blush today. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this one today. So again, this is the Gucci in 05 Rosy Beige. I'm taking this on one of those NARS brushes, and we are going to go. There's that. Okay. Can't tell you if it compares to the Chanel because I don't have it, but when I asked Maya, since she does, if she thought that the tone of this was similar, she did think that it was, so. Put a little bit on the nose, a little bit above the brow. Creasing just bugs me. It's always this eye too. It creases way more than the other eye. Must have like a bigger crease there. All right, so that is the blush. I like it. It's nice. It definitely, it's not, I wouldn't say it's matte, but it definitely, like, it has a slight sheen, but it's, I don't know, I guess it would be a satin. It's definitely a satin, but I don't know if I see it on the skin. But yeah, I do like that tone. It's a good shade. So yeah, excited for that. 05 Rosy Beige. And then just real quick, I'm gonna throw the Benefit 24-hour brow setter in my brows. You guys know I am not fussy about my eyebrows. I just like a fluffy sort of brow, and I don't really like to put a lot in my brows because I feel like once I start to fill them in, it starts to look a little harsh on me. So I don't know if it's just like because I can't find the right color or what. But yeah, that's all I do for my brows. Another thing that I picked up, this I did not pick up during the sale, I picked it up right before, is the Danessa Myricks The Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. Now, I picked this up in the translucent shade, and what I have been loving this for, you guys, is wearing it under foundation. Like, I just basically forgot to put it on today, but normally what I would do is I would use this underneath as a primer, and it really does help to keep my skin from being super oily throughout the day. I wouldn't say that it is necessarily the most blurring. I know that the word blurring is in the name, but I think there's other primers, those silicone-based primers that are a lot more blurring than this. I don't believe this has silicones in it. I don't know, it doesn't have the ingredients on the back, but it has Upsolite technology in it, which I think what that does is it's supposed to help keep your oils down, but at the same time, it also is supposed to hydrate. So I've been loving this under makeup. So if you're somebody who is like me, very oily, especially through the T-zone, next to the nose, forehead, if you're somebody like that, and just you can't seem to find anything that controls your oil well throughout the day, and you're not looking to get a primer that's like super mattifying, that dries your skin out, at least it dehydrates it, I would try this. This does come in shades too, so you can use this like as a foundation if you get the ones that actually have pigment, but this one's the translucent one. So I just use this underneath makeup, and I believe you can also use this on top of makeup, although I haven't tried that application yet. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. It goes really well under the Yummy Skin tint. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I am impressed with this. So one last thing that I picked up that I have not tried yet is the YSL Candy Glaze, and this is in shade 13. So I wanted to try that today. I don't know if it's going to go with this eye look, but this is a pretty, you know, neutral eye look. So hopefully it doesn't look weird. But this shade is, it's like a pinky nude, but we'll see what it looks like when it goes on. So this one you actually can't retract. So once you've twisted it up, it doesn't go back down. So let's try this on. So I like it. Okay, so I definitely think that it's a great shade with the blush. I was not expecting it to be a great shade for the blush, but it is. A very glossy finish. I like that. Feels, it definitely feels like I have a gloss on, but not, it's not slippery feeling. Like it's more of like it clings to your lips. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. All of the products that I picked up, majority of them at least. So let's just quickly go through some of the things. Okay, so I really do like that foundation. I'm gonna have to try it with the blurring balm underneath. I'm sure it's gonna do great because I have tried the blurring balm under other foundations and it does really, really well. So yes, I am currently very impressed with the Prisma Libre. I think it looks really nice, very dewy, very glowy, but I don't know, it feels really nice on the skin. Yeah, so really excited to keep using this. And then the corrector under my eyes, I think is doing really, really well. It definitely, as you saw, helped to cancel out those dark circles. So excited to keep using this. And it also works really well in conjunction with the Natasha Denona concealer, which I really, really like. Like, I'm very glad that I picked that up. I think it is a great shade match for me, and I think the consistency of it is really good and the finish is really nice. All around, I think it's a great concealer. So these two products I'm very happy with. I'm just like really, really happy with a lot of the stuff I bought. I really like the eyeshadow. I don't think it's anything like amazing or like you need to go out and buy it right now. Definitely don't. I would say, you know, wait for another sale. If you're somebody that wears eyeshadow, you know, every day to work, I would say this is a really, really nice eyeshadow. It also is, I mean, as you can see, you can get a really nice, pretty sort of glittery topper look. And then you could totally not use that, and then you would get more of, you know, I would say an office appropriate look. So yeah, that was Stora Dolls. I really like that one. And then the cheek, you guys, I'm really happy with this. I like the shade. I like the tone of the Gucci blush. I need to look at it in like different lighting to see what the finish of it is, because I can't really tell, but when I look in the pan, there's definitely a sheen to it. So you can definitely see it's not flat, like it's not a flat matte. So yeah, I really, really like that. I don't know how it compares to the Chanel again. I wish I did, but and then I also really, really enjoyed this tone, this shade of blush from Valentino. I would say it's a very unique shade. It definitely has like some, I don't know if it's there's like a gold shift to it, but there's definitely like a shift. Like it has some shimmer to it. So I really, really like this shade. Again, this is shade number 3. And then you guys, the lip, really, really like the shade. I like the feel of it. It's not like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip off my lips immediately. Like, it definitely feels like it's clinging to my lips. So yeah, shade number, I think 13, is it? Yeah, shade number 13 in the Candy Glaze from YSL. Okay, and the final thing that I purchased during the haul is the Burberry Goddess perfume. I just got it in the travel size because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it and I didn't want to end up with a full bottle of something. So you guys, I am in love with this. This is just, it's so nice. If you're a vanilla lover, and which, by the way, I don't know if I have made a video since becoming a vanilla lover. I'm pretty sure if you go back through my videos, you will see that I used to be a vanilla hater. But since becoming a vanilla lover, I have amassed many vanilla perfumes, and this is definitely up there for me. This is a vanilla lavender, you know, composition, very similar to some other vanilla lavender perfumes, but I don't know why. I just really enjoy this one more than any other. So like, you have your Guerlain Mon Guerlains, you have your, you know, YSL Libre, which you guys know I'm not a fan of. But this one for me so far has been my favorite vanilla lavender, and I just love it. It's so yummy. It's so just comforting, and the lavender isn't too strong. Sometimes in the Guerlain, I feel like it's a little bit too strong, and it's something that I only want to wear like at nighttime. But I don't know, you guys, this is just, I love this. This is so nice. I think if I go through this entire travel spray, I'm gonna end up getting a full bottle of it, but I really, really enjoy this. So yeah, that was the final piece to my Sephora haul. Okay, you guys, so that completes today's sort of try on from my Sephora haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Glad to be back. I hope I can continue making more videos regularly, but honestly, this year has just been crazy for me. Just been crazy busy, just with getting sick and just all the things. Like, it just has not been a very easy year for me. We'll just put it that way. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.